Welcome to beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, here at McEachern High School, getting ready for the 2020 football hotbed national sophomore showcase. Hashtag hotbed world. The kickoff right there.
Right there was hashtag kickoff.
Hashtag kickoff. I'm here with my partner in crime, Craig Chapman. Coach Chapman, how are you?
I'm good. We just saw an exciting game. looking forward to the same type of excitement in this game.
Well, you know, these games are kind of bam, bam. So,
Yeah, that's true.
real quick, let's talk about some keys to the game.
Well, we saw it last week. Last week, yeah, we saw it last game. You know, it was the little things like that you never talk about, snaps, because that cost the black team the game. 2 bad snaps put them in a situation where, the lead that they had in the fourth quarter evaporated because of field position turning, and then special teams. Black team didn't score a touchdown. They scored on an interception return, but a punt return. So, looks like we're gonna have a little sniffer back fest right here, Coach.
Looks like Robbie Roper in at quarterback for the black team. There's a give off the left side. Robbie Roper out of Kell. See that carry? Is that number 2?
Looks like number 2 to me.
Number 2. On the carry right there.
Gained nothing right there, Coach.
Uh-oh.
I thought he was one guy that made the tackle.
Escorted him off. I was trying to figure out what's going on there.
Sometimes if they think that you got your bell rung, they'll run you off the field.
Roper in the gun. Here comes motion.
Counter.
Back off the right side. Ball carried by number 2.
Number 2 on the carry, Michael Barnes out of Coconut Creek, Florida.
Michael Barnes on the carry.
Gain of about.
Out of Coconut Creek, Florida.
Gained about 4 right there.
What you need? Numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, we're changing them constantly, so here, get it back to me on this one. We'll see where they're at.
So we got 3rd down and 6 right here. We're going to be doubles.
Doubles look. Roper in the gun. There's a snap. Roper rolls to his left. Fires wide open. Still fighting for yardage. Finally drug out of bounds by number 3. Trying to get a jersey number right here. Got it rolled up for me.
Love it when that happens.
Pass complete to number 80, Brody.
Brooks
Yep,
Brooks Brody. I like that Milton helmet.
I do too.
All the way inside, down to the 24-yard line of Team White.
Roper in the gun. Give right there to number 2.
I tell you what, they are blocking
and
them.
bend it back. Offensive line is doing a great job.
Yes, sir.
Just washing everything down and kind of letting the back choose where he wants to go.
Right now, I mean, this has been about as good a first drive as you could want right here. Roper picks up 7 on 1st down.
Offensive line really setting the tone. There's a snap. Roper
Screen.
lets it fly out to the right side. Gonna
Touchdown.
beat everybody to the corner. He's in.
Touchdown, Team Black. By number 7, Josiah McCall.
That's 7, Josiah McCall on the touchdown. So Black marches down the field, has very little trouble getting in.
17-yard touchdown reception right there. And a precision drive. I mean, just a precision drive. One of those things where it is just watching it happen, you would think I don't know if you've ever been a part of it when you defer and they go right down the field and score.
Yeah. Ahmed kick is no good right there.
Problem with the hold. But you're sitting there thinking to yourself, man, I chose to do that to myself.
So with 7:19 left in the first, it's 6-0 Black.
Yeah, and we're not going to say anything because we saw the same thing last game.
Yeah, I mean, but that was
impressive right there.
Yeah, that wasn't a big play. That was just hammering.
I mean, that was a very.
That's the kind of drive that hurts your soul.
And the thing about it was that they were able to do it both ways. They were able to throw the football. I mean, they were 2 for 2 throwing for 57 yards, but they also ran the football effectively too. Now, I mean, they had the 2 huge pass plays, but then they were able to run inside, put a little counter action on them right there. It was a very impressive opening drive of the game.
There's no doubt about that. Looks like Trevor Weldon. I'm sorry, Matt Ahmed out the kick for the Black team.
Number 1's back deep. And number
1 and number 9, is that 9 or 4?
It's hard to tell. Hammered.
Number 1 going to field the ball. Coming
Big
around
hole.
the right side, has space.
Big
There it
hole.
goes. Oh, great job right there.
The kicker made the play.
Nice return by Avari Marshall out of Goldman in Miami, Florida. Brought down by several members of the Black team, but the guy that saved the touchdown was Matt Ahmed. He hung on long enough for everybody else to get there.
That was a 46-yard kickoff return to give the white team.
Huge play.
Yeah, I mean, they're sitting there in team Black territory, starting 1st and 10 at the 39. I don't think they want to set the chains up like that because that would make it 1st and 9, actually. But,
well,
I
wouldn't argue with them if I was on offense.
I would not. I would be upset if I was coaching defense. But my brother coaches defense, so he can just be upset.
It happens.
It does. 1st and 10 right here at the team Black 39-yard line.
Looks like Fernando Mendoza in the gun.
Going deep.
Throws it. Oh, got him turned around. Pass intended for number 1, Avari Marshall. Good coverage right there.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 34-yard line.
We saw a great freshman game that went to overtime just a few minutes ago, with the Black team or the white team prevailing 21-20 as the Black team went for 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game. Hoping for another good one. Trips down here to the right side. Mendoza takes a snap, gives,
Who knows?
but
Okay.
is able to turn it out and get around the edge. There he goes. What a great run. Big-time run there by Simeon Askew out of Houston County in Warner Robins, Georgia. Looked like he was stuffed for sure and was able to make something out of nothing.
9-yard gain right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
I mean, it looked like he was hit for a big loss.
And it looked like he took the handoff and turned around and looked at the quarterback like, why'd you give this to me? And then turned around and ran right back at him. That was classic.
Doubles look right here.
All right, so here's the thing, fellas. When he gains 9 yards, it can't be a 1st down.
Well, math was never my strong point. So,
The ball
there
was-
you go.
the ball
They got 3rd down right there.
The ball
I'm
was
not
at
sure what's going on.
The ball was at the 39.
Well, it's lonely. It's lonely down there with the one chain,
Yeah, he wanted to come down there and just have a
Yeah, I
conversation.
mean, the other guy's usually closer to the down marker, I had somebody talk to a minute ago. I figured I'd just come down here. And
He just wanted to hang out, didn't he?
there's nothing wrong with that, right?
I see nothing wrong with
Mendoza
it
in the
at
gun.
all.
Doubles. Askew to his left. There's a snap. It's a bad snap. Mendoza chasing it down. Rolls out to his left. Fires it. Oh, into
That's a
traffic.
really
Almost
good job.
intercepted.
But Mendoza saved that possession right there, so
Yeah,
now it's 4th and 1, so now you can go for it.
Looked like Yeah, that was rough. Looked like number 3 almost came up with that one. Or is that number?
Down and 1 for Team White.
See, I'm look right here on my little television monitor, and of course it cut off.
I think maybe that's number 8, Denzel Williams. Almost picked that one off over
Playing
there.
corner.
Yeah. That's 3.
Number 3.
All right.
We just got told it was number 3. So, 4th down and 1 right here, Coach. There it
Mendoza
is.
take.
Oh, my
Oh,
word.
no. It's a bad snap. It's still loose.
Fumble on the play.
And
Here
Black
we
comes
go.
out with it.
Anybody see who recovered it?
Covered by Team Black.
Number 1 on the recovery right there for Team Black, Larry Blevins. Larry out of Marietta High School here in Powder Springs, Georgia. He was Defensive Player of the Year.
For Marietta?
I think so.
Wow. Okay, then.
They had a pretty good year.
Yeah. Won the state championship, went to Las Vegas and beat someone out there. Like
I mean, just going to Las Vegas would have been the win.
they went out there and beat someone like they stole something from them.
Some kind of national tournament.
No, it was something like that. All right, Team Black takes over on their own 33-yard line.
Roper in the gun. Give right there to number 2.
Number 2 on the carry for Team Black. Michael Barnes.
Barnes with 2 right there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 right here. Ball's at the 30-yard line. Be interesting to see if they come back out. This was the down last time when they started to, they
Started to melt down.
No, they gave a sprint. And this was sprint and through the smash route over here.
Oh, I'm slipping. My games are meshing together right now.
This would be. It looks like they're going to get a little heat right here from an outside linebacker.
Here comes motion. Jet.
Cut it.
He turns it up. Oh.
Hello. Ball's on the ground.
Yeah. I believe that's number 2
It is number 2.
that introduced himself right there.
Number 2, we've got an injury down, man on the field.
That was a big hit right there by number 2 for the white team.
Wow.
I mean, just popped the ball loose.
Yes.
And I think that's going to end up being white ball.
Should be. I mean, he crushed it. So far, number 2. What's number 2's name, Coach?
That's a great question.
Anybody see who recovered the fumble?
Still black ball? That ball was loose for a minute.
All right, so we're going to say it's a fumble caused.
That's why we made notes. There's no the numbers.
Can you see who's down, Coach?
I can't see that. Number 2, white. This was not on here. Number 65, Ian Johnson, out of Belen Jesuit, Pinecrest, Florida. Got players here today from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Maryland.
Don't forget Mississippi, Coach.
Mississippi and Texas in the last game. Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee in the last game.
Got a boatload of players from Florida.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. As far down as Miami.
I'm sure this weather is something that they're thinking, why in the world did I decide to come up here?
Yeah, because it is cool today. Let's hope they get hope Mr. Johnson is okay. All right, well,
That's a big guy for them to lose on the inside right there.
Yeah, that's a tough loss.
Yeah. So it should be third down. So that means
Being 6 foot, 275 pounds, he's a big cat.
Mm-hmm.
Roper in the gun, scrambling, getting lots of pressure. He's able to evade it for a second.
That
but
was it.
You can't run forever.
Sack on the play.
Brought down by
White,
what looks to be
down.
number 55
Mm-hmm.
for Team White. That's Gerald Hernandez from MacArthur High School in Hollywood, Florida.
Assist from number 4 right there, Coach.
Number 4,
Mm-hmm.
that's Xavier Hampton out of Coconut Creek High School in Sunrise, Florida.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 8 after the loss of 4 right there on 3rd down, and we're going to have the first punt of the game for the black squad, Coach.
Well, you said they were supposed to be really good punters in this game.
Well, looked like it when they were warming up, man. But what do I know? I'm just an offensive coach. I don't like punters. That means I'm having to give the football up.
Matt Ahmed out of Cardinal Gibbons in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, out to kick.
He is kicking into the wind right here.
Well, he gets a nice high kick, but it's kind of taking a weird spin.
Oh, it's bouncing straight back. It's going to end up being about a 20-yard punt, Coach.
That'd have been a beaut if they'd been going into the end zone.
Probably be a lot better if he kicked it with the wind, too.
Yeah, that always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so right now we're going to have 1st and 10 ball at Team Black's 45-yard line. Team White looking to go in and try to, I guess the answer is try to answer that opening drive from Team Black, wouldn't you say?
Oh, there's no doubt. You got to try to put something together here, get something going.
I'm surprised that we didn't see, Team Black air it out last drive like they did the previous one, but here we go. 1st and 10 right here.
Mendoza takes snap and give, and God bless America.
What number is that?
That's what I'm looking at.
75?
74 maybe? 99. Okay. Daughtry Richardson. Daughtry from Godby High School in Tallahassee, Florida. One of my favorites is this guy. He talked about his the players were asked about their comments for things and their accolades, and he says, I play offensive line.
Yep, I play
like
offensive line.
I like that. Apparently you should play defensive line as well. Going to be timeout White right here. Once again, I want to thank you guys for out there joining us for the 2020 Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase. Hashtag Hotbed World. This is the second of 3 games today. We saw the first game earlier, and it was the freshman game. That was really good. Went to overtime with the white team winning 21-20 as the black team went for 2 on the final play of the game.
A lot of fun to watch. I mean,
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
You had some guys in there that were making plays, and I mean, just look at how the black Team Black scored in the overtime. I mean, they had to throw, what was it, 4th and about?
Yeah, it was
forever and a day.
We thought we'd never get out of that hole.
All right, so 2nd down and 14 right here for Team White. A little empty set.
Mendoza in the gun. There's a snap. He drops. Lets it fly out to his right. Has a receiver open.
Oh.
And just could not bring it in.
I mean, that ball right there is, if we're being honest, it's got to be caught.
Yeah, that's Zavari Marshall he was targeting. Avari Marshall last year had 17 touchdowns and 900 all-purpose yards. He's a pretty good ball player.
And he was open right there. They threw him right in that. That was almost like a hole throw in a cover 2.
He's definitely one of those guys you want to target.
So now 3rd down and 14 with 1:37 left to go here in the opening quarter. Now, Team White's got to get something going right here, Coach. Just watching the first drive of the game made me feel like they're not going to be able to hold Team Black down, while they kind of figure out what's going on.
Mendoza,
Slant.
little RPO action.
Really nice play right there.
Pass intended for number 3, Alex Riddle. Broken up by, looks like number 10, Jude Servius out of LaSalle in North Miami.
They're playing some good defense right down here now.
He was honorable mention all-conference last year.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that this game right here, the black squad so far has been they've had 2 chances the white team has down the left sideline to make plays. Haven't made either one of them, and everything else has just been snuffed out immediately.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding.
So
Trevor Weldon on the kick. Trevor out of Hilton Head Prep.
Hilton Head.
In Hilton Head, South Carolina. There's a job I could see myself having.
You really think you want that job, Coach?
Well,
I mean, you really think you really want that job?
I don't know. It would depend.
I just can't see you, as with a strict regiment that you live by, living in Hilton Head.
And there, nice punt.
Oh, the ball's out.
Ball's down. And it's loose. And it's going to be picked up. It's going to be white balled at about the 10-yard line.
Yes, it is. It should be right about. It was recovered by number 5, right?
It was. That ball was recovered by number 5.
Flag on the field, false start against the
Oh,
Team White.
wow.
Illegal formation.
Well, that's going to help the black team right there.
I want to know how they caught it from way back there. The penalty flag is in the end zone.
Yeah, I think the gunner. I think if the gunner has to stay still until the ball is kicked.
Now that makes sense. It wouldn't be.
Right, not a normal penalty.
It wouldn't be an illegal formation. It might be an illegal participation. But I understand. So we're going to get a redo, a do-over.
Mulligan.
With 1:12 here to go in the opening stanza, we have a do-over.
All right. Well,
So it looks like
they're figuring it out. Okay, White's going to line back up to punt again.
Yep. No wind right now, Coach.
It's a great time to punt.
Well, this point in time right here, they'd want it because
There's a snap. Not quite as good a punt this time. Ball fielded by number 7 for the black team. Gets the corner, and it's run out of bounds. That ball returned by Josiah McCall out of Mosley High School in Panama City, Florida.
McCall with about a 9-yard return.
That's much better than giving the other team the ball at the 10-yard line.
Yep. Looks like he's pushed out of bounds by number 4.
I believe so. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the black team here at the 35-yard line.
Just a tick under a minute here to go in the first quarter.
Looks like Dylan Rod is in at quarterback.
What number is Mr. Rod, Coach?
He's number 4.
Got a cool name.
Dylan Rod out of Naples Gulf Coast in Naples, Florida.
Bad
snap. He's going to try to make the most of it.
And
Looked like he got a face mask
sure
right there, but
did.
they didn't call it.
Who made that tackle right there?
Let's see. I believe that's going to be number 55, Gerald Hernandez out of MacArthur High School in Hollywood, Florida.
Backs up Team Black.
But, we talk about the center quarterback exchange and how important it is in a game like this because everybody plays the spread nowadays, especially in an all-star game because most of the time the other team has to play a 4-3.
Wow, so that is the first snap of the game that you get in there. The snap's a little high, and you get a -10 on it. So you got 2nd and 20.
Although this appears to be a 3-4, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's some kind of something.
He's rolling out to his left.
Why?
Lets it fly, and there is nobody there.
I think he made the decision that he didn't like it, and he threw it away.
Yeah,
I appreciate that kind of decision
I think he should have run that one.
Probably.
He looks pretty quick. He runs a 4.740. That's faster than a lot of folks.
4.740, huh, Coach? I remember those days. Who am I kidding? 3rd down and about 20 right here. Looks like they moved it up 3rd down and 19. Or 3rd down and 3rd down and 19.
So that bad snap may cost them this possession.
Yeah, that's a horrible way especially if that's the first play you're in the game.
Yeah.
And that's how
kill the drive before it starts.
Yeah, man, that's bad right there. 2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Yeah, and this is definitely a 3-4, Coach.
There's a snap. Lets it fly. Got 2 receivers in the
nice.
exact same area, but it's caught.
All verticals. That's caught. I think that's.
I'm not sure what was going on right there. That ball caught by number 20, Trent Martin out of Alpharetta High School in Roswell, Georgia.
Who caught that ball?
No, check that.
That's the guy from Milton, Coach.
Was it 80?
Yeah, that's 80.
80. Brooks Bortle, from Milton, also in Roswell, Georgia. Lots of football in Roswell.
Yes, there is. So that was, realistically, Coach, we just had a 23-yard game in a first down.
That's the way to dig yourself out of a hole.
It was, man. That's an impressive thing right there.
I don't understand it. I think there was a miscommunication there because you had 2 receivers standing there right next to each other.
I think it's just, what we talked about earlier about, you don't have a lot of time together. And so things that, you don't know where you actually play in your offense, they ran 3 verticals. And somebody had to get to the middle of the field.
Yeah, somebody should have pushed to the middle.
Somebody should have been on the hash, and everybody was inside or outside the hash down here. But, that comes with we have that problem, and we run that. That's the base play of our offense. We're going to throw the ball down the field. The problem is that, sometimes, our players get so, such tunnel vision on what the route is, they forget about all the small intricacies of the route.
Right.
So we start the second quarter here. Team Black up 6-0 with the football moving. Just picked up a huge 3rd down and 19 with a 24-yard completion. So, and it's right now the white team or Team White, however you want to call it, has to come up with a stop. These guys right here, I'm enjoying watching number 2 fly around, though.
Dylan Rod in the gun. Here comes motion. The give on the jet around the right side. He's able to get a little bit of the edge right there. Not much.
He got 4 right there, Coach. Where they mark it, he's got 5.
That was Brooks Bortle again from Milton.
Number 80?
Yep, brought down by number 12. Number 12, Shamari Stone, the second, out of St. John's College in Rockville, Maryland.
By number 20, Trent
5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5 right here, Coach.
brings up 2nd down.
9:20 and clock ticking. They're going to bring him back over here.
Trying to make up their mind.
Nobody knows what's really going on.
Rod in the gun. Here comes motion. Supposed to be the give on a bend back right there. And he's fighting.
Really
And
nice run.
He's going to get a couple. Good job right there. Nice, tough run by number 2. Wesley Bassnett.
Bassnett for 2 right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Give him 2.5 right there. So they're going to make it 3rd down and 2. I guess I can be generous on the stats and give him 3, don't you think, Coach?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, Did we see who made the tackle over there?
I did not see the number, no.
Okay. Number 5 is who made the tackle.
Number 5 for the white team?
Mm-hmm. Think so.
Nice play.
Sprint.
There's snap. Rod rolls to his right. And,
There's a whole lot of something
yeah,
there.
What's going on right there? I don't know how you have a guy down the field with guys hanging on to him. They got him boxed in right there.
There was a whole lot wrong with that. The route was wrong. There was something wrong with the route, and everybody was
bumper cars right there.
Well, it's hard to cover somebody legally when you wrap your arms around them. But hey, they didn't throw a flag.
Well,
and Deion Sanders approves. So,
well, I do appreciate the fact that there hadn't been a lot of flags thrown.
All right, so you got 4th down right here. I know they're not punting on 4th down and 2.
Rod in the gun. Looks like they're going to heat him up. Nope, they drop back. Man.
They had that covered well.
Good job right there defending that. Rushing the throw. That's going to bring up a punt for the black team.
No, that's 1st down. That was 4th down, big guy. If you're looking at this, what we're seeing right now, and it was that way in the first game. The guys up front, the front 7 guys,
are the ones making the difference.
Are the guys making? But what we haven't talked about a whole lot. We saw it some in the first game. With the quarterback position, you can tell the guys who have thrown the football as part of their, normal progression. Somebody said,
motion to trips, give to Askew around the left side.
Nice cut.
He's trying to find something.
You have to ask yourself, Coach, why would you want to play in this game? And if you were a coach, just like you said, his coach was saying, please, no, get up, all that stuff. Why would you want your kids to play in this game? And I think the answer is pretty simple and pretty easy. It would be exposure. It makes your job as a football coach in the recruiting game so much easier when
somebody already knows your kids.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons for this. The other thing is, you're getting exposed to situations that are going to do nothing but make you better. You're playing with people from all different walks of life, different states, and it's just a real easy thing.
And you're getting reps. That Mendoza pass complete to number 80 for the white team.
6 yards, 1st down.
But that's one of those things, recruiting's such a big part of the game now.
I know, and I can guarantee you right now, the first question that you're going to get asked, if a student moves into your area, if a student transfers school, is how many kids do y'all put in college? How do y'all do with getting kids scholarships? Every parent wants to know that. It's not. That's the most asked question You know, every year that question gets asked more and more and more.
No doubt. Mendoza sitting in empty, gives it to Marshall, brought down by Denzel Williams out of Cardinal Newman in West Palm Beach, Florida. Denzel, a 6'2", 180-pound corner right there. That's a big corner, buddy.
It is. -1 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11. Another thing is this, Coach. You know, it's always good to get a little different viewpoint on, you know, on some coaching.
I'm sorry, Denzel was a safety. Yeah, there's no doubt. It's always good.
Timeout.
Going to see a timeout. Why? It's always good for the kids to have to listen to somebody else, to have to work with somebody else, just because, you know, they get comfortable with, you know, the people they see every day.
Mm-hmm. You know, and we talk about it a lot when we do, you know, when we do our stuff. There are guys that play games for us that they don't play as well in the game as they perform in practice.
Right.
And I had a wise old coach tell me that those guys in practice, he knows what they do. He sees them every day. He knows what he can and can't get away with when he's playing against them. He said, you know, come on Friday night, he's playing against strangers. He said sometimes people don't like playing against strangers. You know, they don't trust themselves, and then they don't trust them. So you know, we've looked at it from a whole bunch of, you know, a whole different perspective right here. You know, we have a very specific way that we've coached, and we've done it for a long time, and probably done it pretty close to the same way for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's never bad to hear somebody else's take on what, you know, what you do. All right, 2nd down and 12 right here.
Mendoza in empty. He drops, looks out to his right side, has a receiver.
Nice.
Oh,
Is
that
number
pass
80?
intended for number 80.
No, that's 20, isn't it? Yeah, pass intended for number 20.
Well, I'm glad you can see it. Trent Martin out of Alpharetta in Roswell.
That was a nice play over there. I
Looks
think it was
like
broken up by number 10.
number 10, Jude Servius out of LaSalle in North Miami.
That's his 2nd pass breakup right there. He did a good job of falling back on that corner route. That was a really nice throw, and that's a completion if he doesn't fall back on it right there.
Yeah, they got there in the nick of time.
Yeah, because there's an 80 and a 20. It's like 80's from Sequoia.
Mendoza in the gun. Back offset to his left. There's a snap. He drops. Flush to his right side. Lets it fly. And
Nice
this time
throw
he
right
hits
there.
him.
That's
Really
gonna be a
nicely done. Oh,
touchdown.
yeah, touchdown.
That should be a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
That should be a
Trent
touchdown.
Martin of Alpharetta.
That should be a touchdown, man.
That's a touchdown. I guess we're going to the review.
There is
All
no-
scoring plays are
How
reviewed.
can that guy ask this guy? He didn't even run down the field. That should be a touchdown. You can see it right here. Breaks the tackle at the 10, and that he's in the end zone.
Yeah, when he falls.
Yeah, I mean, once the ball breaks the plane,
Yeah,
the thing
he's
is
not
over.
down yet. Yeah, that's absolutely a touchdown.
It should be
if
a
they need to
touchdown.
go to the box for a review, we have it.
I mean,
There it is. That's touchdown. Big play.
50 yards, Coach. That was a 50-yard touchdown catch.
Huge play by Trent Martin. Trent had 654 yards receiving and 34 catches this year.
How many yards, Coach?
654 on 34 receptions.
That's pretty good, but that was a heck of a job of uncovering.
All these cameras up here.
Well, we were trying to throw that one up on a jumbotron. I think I don't know if we have a cord that'll go that far.
I don't think we got anybody to jump that high.
But Trevor Weldon out to kick. Trevor out of Hilton Head Prep in Hilton Head, South Carolina, one of my favorite places.
You know, resume's being updated as we speak.
Yeah. There's a snap, the hold. The kick is up, and it's way good.
Heck of-
Extra point is good by number 12.
And the white team takes the lead.
Yeah, Coach.
7-6.
This is almost the exact opposite of the way we had the last game. I mean, this is
Stone out of St. John's.
Opposite but the same.
completely. Now that I watch it, he was down at the one.
He was down at the one?
Yeah.
Well, my position has always been if somebody's not in position right there to make the call, it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Just like
Tie goes to the runner.
Just like in our All-Star game when Chandler should have had a touchdown.
Tie goes to the runner.
Tie goes to the runner is unfortunately not a rule.
It should be.
We're just making things up.
Well.
So, after the 50-yard touchdown pass, Team White takes a 7-6 lead here in the second quarter with 5:20 remaining. You know, should be interesting to see. You know, I keep waiting for one of these kickoffs to go to the house.
Well, that's going to happen.
You know, we've had a punt return go to the house today. I'm waiting for a kickoff return to go to the house.
Looks like you got Josiah McCall deep. Is this number 10 down here as well?
I don't know.
Jude Servius, is that him right here?
I don't know. He's had a heck of a game on defense so far.
No, that's 11. That's Mike Lucen from Park Vista in Lake Worth, Florida. And he's weaving in and out of traffic right here. Well, looks like Askew made the play on that for the white team.
What number is Askew?
Number 9.
Number 9 made another play.
I believe so.
All right.
Unless that's a 4.
Number 4's made the tackle on, you know, a couple of plays, but we'll go with number 9 right there for you, Coach.
Well, I appreciate that. I like it when people.
I trust your eyes.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
Well, Coach, if you've seen mine, you know, the doctor just laughed when I went for my, you know, exam the other day. He was like, wow.
Yeah, I hear you.
So 1st and 10 right here. Ball is at the 30-yard line.
Looks like Rod is back at quarterback. Dylan Rod out of Naples Gulf Coast in Naples, Florida.
Team.
Timeout White.
And they have no more timeouts,
1, 2,
Coach.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Did they have 12 on the field?
No, I think they called timeout. I think they didn't think they had 11. So.
And, you know, as bad as this sounds, you know, it's easier for us to count it up there than it is to count it on the sideline.
Oh yeah,
it's a horrible thing when
the view you have from here and the view you have from the sideline is totally different.
There are so many times.
There's a reason why we have people sit up here.
There are so many times in the game where I'm yelling into the box, count them, and they're going, we got 11, Coach, and I'm like, just count them and make me feel better about it. You understand what I'm saying?
There's no doubt about that, my friend.
So who would you say so far, Coach? You got any ideas on top performer of the first half?
Who's standing out to me?
Yeah.
Right now, obviously, Trent Martin.
Yeah.
He and number 80
From
Brooks Bortle.
Brooks Bortle, both of them have had really nice first halves.
Hadn't seen anybody just really separating themselves defensively.
55 for the White defense has been pretty involved so far. But, you know, number 55 and number 2 for the White defense.
Yes, you're right. Gerald Hernandez has been pretty active.
And number 10 for Team Black has been pretty involved.
Dylan Rod and gun, takes snap, pitches out to the right side.
Nice run right there. Don't do it.
They didn't call it.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
They got 52.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. So that's going to take.
That's going to tack on quite a bit of that run.
That was a 5-yard gain for number 2 right
for
there.
Barnes right there, number 2 for the black team.
And now you're going to take that 5 yards and add 15 on to it. So.
All right. So that they're going to march it on up some more.
So now you got 1st and 10 at the 50.
That's one of those where you hope your guys don't make a simple mistake. I mean,
Well,
And that's one of those you could call or not call because he didn't.
I would have preferred he not call that.
He didn't lay into him.
No, he
but
tried to run by
he
him.
did hit him out of bounds, but
He
he
did.
didn't lay into him.
All right, so
Dylan Rod takes a snap. The give to Barnes off the left side. And he's met by a host of the white team.
number 9.
Look, led by Askew and company.
That's just that's number 2, 7th carry of the first half. I mean, that's getting some work in right there, Coach.
There's no problem. There's no doubt about that, man. That cat's come to play.
So, 2nd down and 10, ball at the 50 right here. 4:20 and counting in the second quarter. You know,
Rod coming back from the sideline with a play right there. Got a doubles look.
I'm looking for number 80 in the middle of the field right here.
There's a snap. Rod rolls right, gets pressure, is able to evade the pressure. Oh, and he can't keep his feet. Looked like number 4 pressured him pretty hard right there. That was Xavier Hampton out of Coconut Creek from Sunrise, Florida. Xavier really got to him quick. Xavier had 7 sacks this year.
7.
That's a pretty good season.
Loss of 8 right there brings up, it's now 3rd down and 18.
That's not a down and distance you like to be in.
It's got to be just, miserable. If you're a quarterback in these games, you don't want to ever see your rushing totals. I mean, you're just like, yeah, I know every time I carry the ball, it's going to be a sack or a scramble. So I'm going to end up with 5 carries for negative 36 yards, so nobody can ever see these.
Right in the gun, he drops, looks out to his left with one fly, and
I was waiting for them to throw pass interference on that just because, they didn't understand it. Who did they throw that to right there?
Looks like they were trying to throw that to number 80. Nah. That was the outside receiver they just went to right there, was it not?
It was.
I can't see that number.
Number 8?
Number 8, okay. Denzel Williams out of Cardinal Newman in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, that was who we thought was playing corner a while ago.
Yeah, Denzel's 6'2", 180 pounds. He's a good-looking receiver.
Yes, sir.
Matt Ahmed out to kick.
You got some tandem returners right here. A lead blocker, if you will. 2:56 left to go here. Second quarter. Team Black will punt it away to Team White. Team White has no timeouts left, so whatever they got to do in a hurry, Coach.
Well, you got 2:56, and that's a long time.
And that's a penalty.
Yeah.
That dude left early.
He absolutely left early.
So it should be right here. Should be 1st down and 10. The ball is at the 30-yard line. And that's where Team White will take over. I don't know why he moved it up to the 31, but he did. So it'll be 1st and 10, and the ball is at the 31-yard line. 2:42, left to go here in the second quarter. And like we said, no timeouts for Team White.
But, 2 minutes, 42 seconds, that's,
Yeah, it's not the time really isn't the thing. It's just, you have to play with a sense of urgency right now, and
it's hard to do that with a group that hadn't been together.
That's the whole point. The limited practice time and all this stuff.
The thing is if you have your own team, you run this drill every day.
We do a lot of this every day.
It's good. It's good to do, and it's great for conditioning.
Does Team White only have one quarterback on the roster?
They do. Mr. Mendoza.
Mr. Mendoza going to get him some reps in today now. This is exactly what you want.
He'd be stoked about this.
I
Mendoza
would.
drops, getting pressure, lets it fly down the sideline, has a receiver. He looked like he lost the ball maybe.
Wow, there is a dude just got blocked all the way out of bounds.
That was a really great block right there.
It was.
That was number 76, I think. Chauncey Kamakia Jr. out of Godby from Tallahassee, Florida. That was a heck of a block.
Kind of tried to do something different this game, Coach. Of kind of looked at the targets, for each quarterback instead of just writing down who catches the ball and where.
Yeah,
It's interesting to see how spread out they are. You think you'd get to a game like this, and you might have one particular person getting a lot of the targets, but there's been 4 or 5 people targeted on both teams. So there's more than one. There's a couple of guys that have more than one target too. So that's good to see.
it's nice to see him spread the ball around.
Yes,
that's
it is.
Smart football. Mendoza in the gun. He drops, looks left, gets pressure, evades the pressure, flushes out.
Just run.
Is apparently very strong
Yeah.
as he drags a couple of folks.
He gained 4 yards right there.
I think if he'd made that decision a little bit earlier, he would have had better results. In on the tackle for the black team, number 74, Preston Cushman, out of Northside Christian in St. Petersburg, Florida.
I was wondering, I was watching that thing, and I was thinking to myself,
he was having a hard time making a decision on that one.
I wondered if he's probably getting that, he's getting that message you can't run the ball.
Yeah.
You're the only quarterback we have. You can't get hurt. He was sitting there thinking, they're going to blow the whistle, right?
Yeah, because, I would imagine he's been told, over and over again, 1001, 1002, 1003, run.
Coach, he sets him up outside at the top of the screen and gets back inside on the slant right here. He got a long way to run.
Yes, he does. Here comes motion. Give on the jet.
Oh, he's
around
stuck.
the right
That's
side.
nicely done.
Nice block out there
Good
by the
job.
receivers. He's eventually going to be run out of bounds. That
Nicely.
carried by number 1, Avari Marshall.
10 yards and a first down right there from
Looked
Mr.
like he was
Marshall.
run out of bounds by Jude Servius
Is that
out of LaSalle from North Miami.
That's number 10.
Yep.
Mr. Servius is having himself a whale
He
of
had
a
43 tackles last year and 2 interceptions.
Well, Coach, he's got 2 tackles in the first half and 2 passes broken up. So, and if he didn't break up one of them, the score would have flipped a little bit sooner. He did a really nice job. Of course, they got him matched up there at the top of the screen. That was where they wanted to go. I thought they were going.
I thought so too.
Thought they were going to throw the slant up there. I think they're going to run the jet again down here.
Here comes motion.
Zone.
Get back on the inside. Man,
Nice run.
good job. Out of the way to keep them churning. Hard run there by Askew. I tell you what, that guy's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, he can turn around and run all the way around the field over there.
He got spun and just kept pushing.
Yes. I got news for you. 2nd and 2 right here, and the clock ticks with 55 seconds, and you got to go. I mean, now ain't the time to be doing this.
Yeah, you don't have time to talk about it.
You're going to throw this ball. This ball has got to be thrown down the field right here. They don't have enough people on the line of scrimmage either.
There he is. There's a snap. Mendoza looks, lets it fly, has the people out in front of him.
Just run out of bounds.
That ball caught by number 20, Trent Martin. Brought down by, looks like number 5.
16-yard gain for Martin right there. Clock runs under 20 seconds.
Mendoza flush to the right,
They're going to throw it to Martin again.
and it's complete to Martin. You got to get on the ball. Clock it. Get on the ball and clock it. And you got time to talk about one thing.
They should be clocking this, and you can't clock it right now. This got to be a throw deep. You can't clock it from the gun.
Well, they did. Somebody should have told him.
Well, trust me, I know that rule. That's intentional grounding, and the clock runs out because that happened to me.
There's 3 seconds left. You have a little bit of time to talk about it.
And here comes the field goal.
Yeah, I think Black took a timeout. I think Black called a timeout because I'm pretty sure White was out.
Yeah, I know they didn't call a timeout.
Oh, they didn't call timeout. White just blew the whistle.
All right, so
He went out there and secretly, you can't rush this. He went out there and told him to yell at her.
it's 2nd and 10.
And then it's field goal with 3 seconds left to go right here. Into the wind right here, Coach.
Field goal with 3 seconds left in the half.
34-yard attempt.
Got the wind against him.
Is he using a tee or is he kicking it off the ground?
It's hard to tell. Snap, hold. Kick is up. And it's good.
And the field goal is good.
Nicely done right there by Trevor Weldon out of Hilton Head Prep. Trevor Weldon.
So we go
Well,
to halftime. Weldon's 34-yard field goal gives Team White a 10-6 lead. Impressions of the first half, Coach?
a nice matchup. That's one of the things I can say about both ball games so far. Really evenly matched, and some kids that can really play ball.
Yes, sir. It's been a lot of fun. It's for a game and a half right here. We've had a lot of fun.
No doubt.
All right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back here to beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, for this 2020 Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase. I'm here with my compadre, Craig Chapman.
You have to think of words to say every time. I'm sitting there waiting to see what I get called.
Mi amigo. Been a really good day so far. Really enjoyed the freshman showcase. And so far this game has been good. Right now it's 10-6. Neither game is disappointing. And you and I were just talking about how well paired the teams are. Sometimes in an all-star game when you go through the picking process or the designating process for teams, you end up with something kind of lopsided.
Yeah, and I think I'm seeing something a little bit interesting right now. Normally when you defer and you choose to receive, the other team will kick from the clock. Looks like Team Black has decided to kick to the clock because they want the wind in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that makes sense.
I like that idea.
Yeah, because, 9 times out of 10, I tell a kid, they say, what do you want to do? They'll say, we want to defer and just tell the referee KFC.
Yep.
And he'll know what you mean. And they're like, the restaurant?
No.
Like, no, man, kick from the clock.
No, you intelligent person, you. Because I would never call my kid anything bad, like moron.
Oh, no, there's none of that. But this has been a great experience. These guys have had real opportunities not only to play here today, but also Friday they got to go to Auburn and tour the school. Then Saturday to the University of Tennessee, and Sunday Georgia Tech.
I mean, the exposure, that's what we talked about. Why would you do this game? The exposure that your kids get, the exposure that you get as a player, that would be a great thing. Uh-oh, onside kick.
And it's a
They
good
got
one.
it.
And it's a great one. Nicely done. That Ahmed kick going to be picked up by number 80, Brooks Bortle from Milton. And it's black team ball.
And what's Brooks' last name?
Bortle.
Mr. Bortle's having a heck of a day.
Well, I don't know if they're trying to sort out whether or not you can do that.
I'm thinking it's probably one of those things where they say, hey, you can only onside kick in the fourth quarter.
But the third is almost the fourth, so.
I agree. You're a third of the way there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured.
So, should have just went ahead and, so here we go.
And Black's on the ball quick. Looks like Robbie Roper back out from Kell. And then timeout White.
They had 12 players on the field, so.
Well, I found it far easier to play defense with 12.
I've been working on that play for years.
It's hard to block 12.
I know one thing. It's definitely hard.
Right now, what we're watching is the recap of the first half.
I mean, if the first half it was marred early on by, turnovers for the White squad, but and also explosive plays. If you look at it, there was a 40-yard reception in the first half, a 50-yard reception, 4 23-yard receptions or greater. It was a really well-played first half. It was kind of the same theme as the first game. Kind of got away from the jitters of early on, and when they started to just settle down and play, there we go. So now we got 1st and 10 right here.
Rubber takes snap, drops,
Touchdown.
rolls right,
Dude,
looks down the field, and
dropped.
That pass intended for number 23, Philip Grant. Philip out of Santa Lucis in Green Acres, Florida. He's already got an offer from Old Dominion. Had 1,500 receiving yards last year. So I imagine that drops an uncommon thing for him.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's hard to tell what the reads are for these things. But if he's looking to the right there, Coach, right off the snap, the slot is running wide open. It's a pitch and catch, and he runs to the end zone.
And another personnel issue with the White team.
Well, they're just trying to figure out the way where they can confuse everybody enough to play with 12.
Roper slings it out to his left, makes the first man miss, has got a little room.
Nice job.
Heads for the sideline. Oh, cuts back to the middle. Don't ever
cut
do
back
that.
to the middle. There are people that are bigger than you in the middle.
Number 7, Josiah McCall out of Mosley in Panama City, brought down by number 4, Xavier Hampton from Coconut Creek in Sunrise, Florida.
That's a 10-yard gain in the first down. Tackle made right there by number 2, I believe.
Coconut Creek sounds like a nice place. Never been there.
Every time you say Coconut Creek, I think coconut cake, and I get hungry.
There's the snap. Give right there to number 2, right up the gut.
Nice cutback on the zone play right there.
Barnes on the carry, brought down by number 4, Xavier Hampton.
Barnes for 5 on that right there. Who made that play, Coach? Number 2 or number 4?
Number 4.
Well, number 2 and number 4 making just about every play.
They are active. There's a snap. Give to Barnes again. He cuts it off the left side. Askew tries to wrap him up. Here comes all his buddies.
Askew's got the
Askew's
ball.
got the football. And they're going to say it's not his.
This is not really your football.
Yeah. They got him with a Jedi mind trick. This is not the football you're looking for.
First down and 10 for Team Black. Ball at the 25-yard line.
Mr. Askew's played a pretty good game today.
Both sides of the ball, Coach.
Doubles look. Roper in the gun. He drops, rolls left, decides to pull it down and run, and there's no room in the end. Brought down by number 76, Chauncey Kamakea Jr. out of Godby in Tallahassee, Florida. Just want to thank everybody for joining us here at this 2020 Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase. Hashtag Hotbed World.
So, second down and 11 right here for Team Black. Ball at the 26-yard line.
Roper in the gun. Barnes to his left. A little check with me action.
It'd be a great time to throw the fade up top.
Got a lot of sideline, a lot of room over there. There's a snap. Give to Barnes. Right up the gut. Met first by number 99, Ty Walker from Westminster Christian in Miami, Florida. Ty 6'2", 270. He's a load, buddy. And then, of course, he and all his buddies are there. Askew and the gang.
Gain of 1.
Not to be confused with Cool and the gang.
Well, I can assure you, everybody that's playing today, if they're outside, they're cool.
Yes, it is rather brisk outside.
Third down and 10 right here.
Yeah, Mr. Border signaling, throw me the ball.
Yeah, I was waiting to see what they're doing with the safety. They've rolled the safety over the top.
There's a snap. Roper looks.
He's got
He
whatever.
runs left. He's got all kinds of room, and he's going to run out of bounds. He's going to be forced out of bounds by number 55, Gerald Hernandez out of MacArthur in Hollywood, Florida.
Gain of 11 right there. Yep.
Very smart move. And black team in the red zone.
Yeah, and the clock's ticking right here, but this has just been methodical. I mean, think about where they got the ball at, Coach. They got it off the onside kick.
Yeah, and just taking their time.
You know.
There's the jet. Oh,
nice play
and
right
Bortle
there.
was almost loose. He's a shoestring tackle away from being gone. Brought down by number 2, Wesley Bassnett.
Mr. Bassnett's had a really good game.
Yeah, 2, 4, and 9 have been all over the place for White on defense.
5:40 and counting right here in the third quarter. In the first quarter, we just went back in time, Coach.
Yeah.
In the third quarter.
Well, it's time to get back to the future. You know what I'm saying?
You know, got to get back in time. I mean, we can Huey Lewis and News this thing all we want to. So, you know, it looks like we're about to get jet right here. I would say that, but
I think they're going to give the zone. I think they're going to bring Bortles on the jet motion, and they try to give the zone off of it.
That's a good call.
Nope.
Well, they're going to throw it to him.
And he got a receiver trying to come back to the ball. That pass intended
for number 8.
For number 8. Sorry, number 8. That's Denzel Williams. He's looking for a flag. He's a little upset about that one.
If they ran the same play and threw the ball to number 80 on the quick post right there, it's a touchdown.
It looked like Shamari Stone out of St. John's College out of Rockville, Maryland in coverage, and I thought he played through him a little bit, but
yeah.
But I mean, you know, that's one of those. You could throw it, you could not throw it.
Well, if the pass would have been, you know, the wind's probably playing more havoc down here with the ball.
Yeah, because there's some serious wind. We can see the flags whipping around. The quarterback keeps it off the jet fake, and I see Askew, but who's at the bottom? Askew, number 2, Bassnett.
Yeah.
And I think number 4.
It is. It's all of them.
And number 4.
I mean,
right there, Xavier Hampton. You know, they've been a 3-man wrecking crew.
So, as the clock runs right here, down 4. You kick this one right here.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Make it a 1-score or 1-point game.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like that's what they're doing. Looks like they're running Ahmed out to kick. You know, one of the differences I see in this game between this game and the last game, you know, last game, the defensive lines were just mauling everybody. In this one, it seems like the D-lines are kind of soaking things up. Letting backers make the play.
I agree.
There's snap, hold. The kick is up.
No good.
Oh, and it's wide left.
I tell you another thing you can tell the 1 year of experience for the kickers is they know nobody's rushing them, so they're going to take their time and kick this thing as well as they can kick it. We saw it right before the half, you know, with the white team. We saw it right there with Team Black. You know, you got 350. It's not like that's the end of the world for you right there.
Right.
But you do need to step up. You know,
you just hate to drive down. You just hate to get. You got the onside back.
Yeah, you did everything.
You put together a good drive, and then, you know, don't get points out of it.
My favorite part about that is you got the onside, and when you got the onside, it was one of those things like, hey, we got the onside, and then everybody was like, let's just run this thing and run this thing. You get the onside, you got to have something ready to dial up to come after that.
Right. You need sudden change.
Yep.
Mendoza lets it fly down the seam. It's called.
Andrew.
Why didn't he get on the ball?
Well, he was down.
Okay.
Number 1 was.
That ball caught by Vari Marshall, and he's going to be brought down by number 8.
That's a 34-yard catch for
Denzel Williams.
Marshall.
Marshall out of Coleman in Miami. Marshall, an all-purpose type guy, had 900 all-purpose yards last year, 17 touchdowns.
That's the first time they've been able to connect on that play. They flipped sides of the field.
And I thought they were trying to throw it to the seam.
I did too, because he was wide open.
And they went outside with it. Either that or he veered into the path.
Either that or he called him off like a good left fielder or a good center fielder.
Mine.
This is mine. Right.
So, big play right there.
Yeah, 34-yard gain on first down.
Mendoza directing traffic, putting trips into the boundary. I'm guessing zone to the left. There's a snap. A little play action fake. Screen to the tight end. Big number 80. That's Gabriel Valadares out of Bill and Jesuit in Miami, Florida. But it doesn't amount to much.
loss of 2 on the play.
He's a big cat, though.
He is.
I like that Michigan look helmet, too. That's a sharp helmet. Although I have to say my favorite so far has to be Walton. Thoughts on the helmets?
I like anything that shines. You know me.
I hear you.
I'm not a big fan of the Michigan look, but that comes from, years and years and years of.
Mendoza give to Askew off the left side.
Oh,
Mr. Askew leaps. He hurdles for the first down.
He does.
And I don't know if the credit should be given for a tackle there or not.
Got to be.
Looked like number 8 over there.
It was.
Denzel Williams. He's kind of been all over the place for the black team from that safety spot.
He has. He's made play after play after play. But you got first down and 10 now.
You got a tight bunch right here.
Yep.
There's a snap. There's the give to Askew around the right side, and
that's a face mask.
He's pretty quick.
Wow, that wasn't a face mask?
They're saying he got his jersey.
That's 11, 12 yards on the first down.
Well, I mean, I tell you what, you keep giving a cat the ball, and he keeps getting first downs. I keep giving it to him.
Yeah.
Was that number 11, Mike Lucen, on the tackle?
It was.
Out of Park Vista in Lake Worth, Florida. I know where that is. My mom and dad have lived most of these places in Florida.
I've thought about going to most of these places in Florida, only to think, I don't have the time. All right, here it comes again. I'd be watching some kind of switch down here on the bottom to get number 1 down the sideline.
Mendoza.
There's a slant.
Across the middle.
Nice throw.
He's got it. Ball caught by number 3. That's Alex Riddle out of Liberty High School in Easley, South Carolina. Brought down by number 11, Mike Lucen out of Park Vista in Lake Worth.
It's a 24-yard gain and a first down.
Big-time play right there.
First and goal from the 1, Team White.
Well, what you got right here, Coach Chapman? All right, timeout White.
What I would do right here?
I think I'd give that to Askew right out of the gut and save my timeout.
I would have too.
I'm just saying, But again, it's easy to sit up here and talk about what you do. It's a lot harder when you're on the field.
I will say this,
I tell you what, Alex Riddle didn't have but 300 yards last year receiving. I think he's underutilized.
Or, it's one of those things where
he's surrounded by a bunch of good cats.
Yep.
Because these guys are still young.
Or they got really good running backs.
These guys are real young. I interrupted you. I apologize.
No, you asked me what I would do right here. And
yeah.
I would think that it would be a real easy thing. But the problem is with this, they have, 18, 19, 20 guys on each team. You haven't seen a tight end yet, have you?
Well, I saw Valadares, big number 80.
Okay.
They try to throw that tight end screen.
Yeah, I would put him on the end of the line right here so I could lengthen one edge, put the back on that side, and I would wedge everything straight ahead. I wouldn't even zone block it. I would just take the inside gap. And they are going to go into almost a tight bunch to the left.
There's a snap. Give to Askew, and he's met immediately. It looked like number 11, Mike Lucen, was there first.
He was, and he was there in a hurry.
They brought the house, buddy. I mean, I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, they were like, we can't give up.
Or where I come from, everybody.
And as we get right here, that was a loss of – the ball's at the, 7 now? So that was a loss of 6 right there. But that goes with another thing. They know you don't have much time to put things in, so they're just going to bring people in every gap.
Well, and the thing is the offensive line is not used to working together.
Nope.
So where you would normally look to one another and saying, and you have calls for such instances where I protect the inside gap. And that's good. We're not going to get this one off.
Now, so we go to the fourth quarter, your score, Team White 10, Team Black 6. And, this is an important set of downs right here.
Well, yeah, what you can't do is you can't lose this possession. You got to get at least 3 out of this. You get 3 out of this, you're up by 7.
Yeah, and if you're Team Black, you're hoping that they get 3 out of this.
Right.
You don't want to fall 2 scores down.
And you did a good thing. And the thing is where the white team is that's not a comfortable spot for them because the field is so condensed. Now you've got good run support out of your defensive backs because there's not so far for them to have to go. When you're at the 50-yard line, those receivers can run a long way. When you're at the 7, how far can they go?
Well, and that was one of the things that, if they're going to take all these gaps and they were going to come get you, the best thing to do on the first play probably, if you didn't have the ability to line up and get up under center and run an eye would have been to stick the ball in the 9's belly and throw the pop pass to the tight end.
Yeah.
But, that's neither here nor there.
Or run a tackle eligible.
Yes.
We saw that yesterday.
We did. It was funny. They were talking about who they traded. They traded a receiver to get that tackle, and then he caught a touchdown pass in the playoffs. I thought that was funny. So, 10 minutes left. Another fun and exciting game.
But you got all this room over here to work on the right side of the field, on the offensive right. Mendoza in an empty look, but they're probably going to keep asking you when to block. That's what they've been doing. I wonder if they're going to slip him out this time. And there he goes.
Oh.
That pass intended for number 80, Valadares, and that's broken up. Is that number 6?
Yes.
Broken up by number 6, Elisha Carter out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Now,
nice play.
I like what they just did right there by keeping that, by bubbling the guy that they had kept in the block. Now they just need to delay him and run him right down the middle of the field.
Valadares doesn't have a whole lot of receiving stats, but he does have 22 pancakes.
Well, Coach,
He looks like a pancake type of guy.
But
Mendoza takes the snap, has to get rid of it immediately. Oh, nice play right there. That pass intended for number 3, Alex Riddle. Broken up by number 6, Elisha Carter. Big-time play right there by Carter.
I mean, that was a huge stand. Just like we talked about at the end, they ran 10 seconds off the clock.
That should have been a touchdown.
That should have been a touchdown. Got that, we don't really get a good look from down here, and you and I, our eyes are both, failing.
Right.
Would be the correct terminology for it. So, they're going to try this field goal on 4th down and try to make it a 7-point game.
The hold. And there's the kick. It's up and through.
It's good.
Nicely done.
So with 9:42 left to go here in the 4th quarter, your score is Team White 13, Team Black 6. And, it's not like this is going to be it's weird. Every time we watch an all-star game, Coach, the team that scores first seems to be the team that's in peril.
Yeah.
Because, we were watching this thing going,
yeah.
Team Black went right down the field and scored.
Marched down the field.
It was like, this is the best drive of the year.
And with that Trevor Weldon field goal, the white team in turn is sitting on top 13-6.
Mm-hmm. So, it's, dare I say we could have back-to-back games go to overtime?
Oh, there's a good possibility. And we're inside, so, I'm down for overtime.
It is what it is.
If we were outside today, I would be.
Would we quit again?
I think I might call down with recommendations.
Please stop. Yeah. Take a knee. Don't score.
Yeah.
Now here's another thing we talked about, the how big special teams would be. We saw it this half with Team Black and the onside kick. Can they get something out of the return game? because Team White almost had a return for a touchdown earlier. I think they're going onside kick.
Well, not a bad plan. Weldon's kick going to be fielded by, looks like, number 7. That's Josiah McCall. McCall brought down quickly.
Number 3.
By number 3.
Again.
That's Alex Riddle.
I think Alex Riddle.
Out of Liberty in Easley, South Carolina. Mr. Riddle pretty active today.
Yes, he is.
Alex is 6 feet tall and weighs 155 pounds, and that 4.5 40 gets him down there in a hurry.
Well, Coach, he ate up some ground right there, and, you don't normally see the first move for a kickoff return guy taking it about 2 yards after they catch the ball. But there wasn't much of an opportunity for that return to get started. So now it looks like we'll have to see, who's going to step up and make the big plays right here for Team Black.
Well, I'd be looking for Josiah McCall, Brooks Bortle. Those are probably 2 guys I'd be looking for.
All right.
There's a snap. Give to Barnes. He cuts off the left side, 55. And he's going to be brought down by number 55, Gerald Hernandez, and number 4, Xavier Hampton. Hernandez out of MacArthur in Hollywood, Florida. And then Hampton out of Coconut Creek in Sunrise, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to be, what is that, 2nd and 8?
It is. 2nd down and 8. Doubles look.
Roper in the gun. Doubles look. Here comes some pressure. And he evades the pressure, gets past the first wave. Oh, batted down by Askew. Batted down by Askew. Hampton almost intercepted that one. He almost called it off the deflection.
If he would have blocked that into the waiting hands of, his partner back there for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Of course, they've destroyed.
Askew out of Houston County in Warner Robins. Mr. Askew is also a 3.85 student.
Mm-hmm.
That's some impressive stuff.
Yeah.
There's a snap. Roper rolls to his right. Fires. It's complete to number 23.
That's a first down.
Philip Grant out of Santa Lucis in Green Acres, Florida. He's already got an offer from Old Dominion.
That's a first
Who
down.
made that tackle?
Number 12.
Brought down by number 12. Thank you. Shamari Stone from St. John's College in Rockville, Maryland. He's made the most of this trip.
That was number 23 that caught that?
It was indeed.
Gain of 9. Who's in there? Is it 12 playing quarterback right now?
It's Roper, yes. There's a snap. Give to number 1. Give to number 1, Larry Blevins, out of Marietta High School in Powder Springs, Georgia. Brought down quickly by 55, Gerald Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez is having a heck of a game.
Indeed he is. I tell you what, the defensive game is going to be tough for the white team. There's a lot of defensive player of the game. Roper takes a snap. He rolls to his right. He's able to set his feet and let it fly down the middle of the field. And Bortle goes up and gets it.
Wow.
Man, nice play. I'm pretty sure he was interfered with on that one as well.
I know he was interfered with.
It looked like he was being held as he was trying to go up.
I guess that was a 41-yard play and another first down.
Nice play.
That puts him at 104 yards receiving today on 3 catches.
That's a pretty good day. And so just like that, black team's on the march with 7-17. Roper in the gun. Double set.
There it is.
Bends it back to the middle. Nice run. Smart cut by Larry Blevins.
Gain of 8. Bring up 2nd down and 2.
Larry was the defensive player of the year. And does a pretty good job running the ball.
That's what he says. But you can tell he has a really good idea about what's going on with everything out there, because he handles the cutback duty really well on that.
Roper takes a snap.
Wide
Fires out
open.
to his right. Wide open to number 7. He's still fighting.
Oh,
He stays up.
touchdown.
Oh, touchdown. Oh, man. What a run. Are they going to talk about
No,
this?
that's a 23-yard touchdown.
That's Josiah McCall out of Mosley in Panama City. He was 7th grade and 8th grade all conference.
Hey, that's his 2nd touchdown, right?
Okay, what are they going to talk about? Let's see. I'm watching the replay, seeing if he gets pushed out.
Guess what?
No, that's a touchdown. If they call up top, it's a touchdown. If they need confirmation, we have it.
So are they not going to give him the touchdown now?
Yeah, that's a touchdown. We're watching you can see the replay right here. Those of you joining us for this 2020. Yeah, they're talking right now. The 2020 Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase. You saw it right here. Oh, no, fellas. Oh, come on, man. All right.
What?
Well, we just
What?
have to remember these are children playing. Referees are people, too. We all make mistakes.
All right, so that was a 19-yard reception now instead of that. And the worst.
Coaches are almost volunteers.
Oh, wow. I'll bite my tongue. 1st and goal at the 4.
Here we go. Here's a snap. Roper takes the ball up from the gun. He looks around. And, he waits too long. He had a shot. But once he started moving forward, looked like big number 95, Matt Spader, out of Monarch from Coconut Creek, Florida.
And number 52 with the assist, Coach.
And number 52, Jaquan Samuel, out of Godby in Tallahassee. Both spotted him pretty quick. There for just a second, he had a lane off to his left, but I don't think he saw it. Again, he's been holding there thinking, okay, I'm going to throw me a touchdown.
Yeah. After he already threw himself a touchdown.
Give off the right side. That ball carried by Blevins.
Blevins is down to the 2, Coach.
He's wrapped up quickly by number 52, Jaquan Samuel and company.
I love how none of the defensive line realizes they're offside.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
offsides right now, but you're in the huddle, buddy. There you go. It's all right. Yeah.
4:50 right now and counting right here in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and goal.
At this point, I'm really upset. Uh-oh.
What we got here? Timeout.
I think I might give the offensive lineman on that side a little help with Jaquan Samuel. We might send somebody down on him.
So we've watched 2 games
A little
today.
double action.
We've watched 2 games today, and the only team that really has called a timeout today is Team White. Team White's like, we're going to win this thing, buddy.
Well,
I think someone said that, while we were giving the officials junk down there, I think they said something about an inadvertent whistle or somebody blew a whistle.
inadvertent whistle, if that were the case, I've had experience in this. You have to replay the down.
Yeah, I think we're saying that. I don't think it was a referee's whistle. If I've heard.
Oh, it was a whistle from the crowd.
Something that caused the guys to
Stop playing.
stop playing. So
That's very unfortunate.
it is.
I would probably have gone bananas, but because when I watched the instant replay and he scored, I would have lost my mind.
Yes, I would have as well.
And hopefully cooler heads would have prevailed by the time I walked down the sideline.
I'm not so sure our cooler heads would have prevailed.
I do pride myself in having never been officially thrown out.
All right, here we go. 3rd and goal from the 2 right here.
Roper in the gun. There's the give, and he's
That's an
in.
easy touchdown right
That's
there.
Barnes on the carry.
I'm not so sure everybody was set, but
He's in for the score.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Indeed. And so now, the big kick.
And here it is. 4:24 left.
Matt Ahmed out to kick it.
And, not trying to be mean, but he has missed an extra point already today.
He did. He hit the upright.
He didn't even get it there. I think they had to.
Oh, no. That one went – he got like a funky hold or something.
Yeah. So.
There's a snap, the hold, and the kick is up and through.
I don't think he had anything to worry about.
No, it's good. Apparently that one he missed was an absolute fluke.
Yeah, because
Now.
he crushed that one.
If you're Team Black, do you shock the world an onside kicker right here?
Again. You already did it once. This time you could kick it to your sideline. I mean, you're going with the wind right here. You could kick this to your sideline. I was over there. I would have been like, man, dude.
With 4:24, it's a tie ball game, 13-13.
And I'll say this, that you kicked off to them twice. One time you onside kicked it, you got it back. The other time you kicked it deep and they almost ran it back. So what do you really want to have happen? So, I mean, you've given up 3 points this half. 3. So it's really simple right now.
I tell you what, as talented a kicker as Ahmed probably is, I'd probably sky kick this one. That's one of my – I'd put my 2 fastest guys on my sideline and pop it up. Let's see who they got back deep. Askew. Right now, Askew and Marshall back deep for the white team. And I would absolutely kick it. No, I take that back. I would simply kick it over their heads right now.
Wind. But all of a sudden quit blowing and then
And there's the Ahmed kick. Nice directional kick. Pinned him in that quarter of the field.
He gets back over here.
Marshall is able to – oh, somebody's got him by the leg. Let's see.
Number 34.
Is that 34 right there in the white helmet? He's on the far side. He's the one that's hanging on to his leg. Is that 34?
I thought that was what number it was. Can't really tell from right here.
It's tough to see. But, you do a good job right there.
So now the ball's at the 32. All right. Team White's already made 2 field goals. They've been relatively close field goals. They've got 4-13. They've got guess how many timeouts?
0?
None. Same thing they did in the first half, though, when they went down the field.
Yeah, but 4 minutes is a long time. Mendoza brings Marshall in motion. Fakes.
Screen.
It was like screen.
And it is there.
And it's caught right there.
It's really there.
He's got some help. Oh, and there's a flag. I'm not sure what the flag is for.
Face mask?
That ball caught by number 4, Xavier Hampton, for the white team.
Gain of 9 right there.
Yeah, but let's see what the flag is.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he didn't mean to.
Wow, they called that on number 80. Yikes. That's a cringy penalty at best.
Yeah, that one hurts.
Yeah, it does. They had a really good play call.
It's well executed too.
It was.
And screens is one of those things. If you don't work on them all the time, that's tough to do. You know, again, where I come from, there's a screen period every day.
Yep. It's just something that you got to believe in it. If you want to do it right, that's the way it's got to be done.
Mendoza in the gun, empty.
I'd look for something going right down the seam up there.
There's a snap.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Valadares, the intended receiver, really took a shot from Denzel Williams. I'm hoping that just knocked the breath out of him.
It hurts. I can tell you. That the way he got hit right there hurts.
Okay, he's up.
But once he, that and the fact that he hit the ground, and bad part about it was right there, number 20 in the slot over there, Coach. What's number 20's name?
Number 20 in the slot,
Yeah.
that's Trent Martin.
Trent Martin is wide open, off the ball, catching it, running. They tried to fall back with the corner on his side. They had no chance. None. All right.
So that's going to stop the clock.
Second down, 15 now.
Mendoza directing traffic.
Mendoza's had a really nice game, Coach.
We'll go second down for Team White.
Empty look. There's a snap. Mendoza rolls right. Gets it to Marshall in space.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he makes the people miss. That's
Uh-oh.
it. Strike up the band. Strike up the band. Nobody's going to catch him. Nobody's going to catch him.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Touchdown.
73 yards.
Avari Marshall can roll. He's out of Goldman in Miami, Florida. Nice pass from Mendoza.
He has 3 catches now for 110 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff.
And that means that
Give me those figures again.
3 for 110 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I would say he's probably I don't know. How's Mendoza doing?
Mendoza, however, Coach, just so you know, is 10 for 17. And he's 10 for 17 for 202 and 2 touchdowns.
That's pretty solid, but you leave a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah.
Bold for dollars back.
That was a nice,
Held.
That was a nice catch by and then
And it's up and through.
Hammer.
That was a great job fielding that ball.
and the holder plays shortstop.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean, he just scooped that thing up like it was nothing.
that's a great job by Mendoza to field that one. That was
Yeah, it was
Mendoza who
great.
caught it. Yeah, I think Mendoza probably plays some baseball.
Yeah, I would say so.
The way that ball came back there.
So 3:16 to go right there, and just an unbelievable individual move.
I mean, he was pinned in on the sideline and just
He gave a little shake to the inside and took off.
yeah, he can scoot.
Yeah, he had an extra gear once he turned the corner. I could tell by your excitement level that you thought he might have a chance to score, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's one of those guys that if he gets in space, I mean, you're in trouble.
And and the good thing is right here is you get, you're seeing the coaching take place down on the sideline right here, and it's not necessarily, coaching that, I think it's actually talking about leverage on the play. Talking about where they should have been and how they should have attacked it, which is exactly what you need to learn. Right now this is not something where you need to be, somebody needs to be yelling at you. They need to teach you why that happened and why it should never happen again.
Right, you got help inside.
Yep, you should be outside in from the outside and inside out from the inside, and that should never happen. 3:16 though, an eternity.
All right. Lining up to kick is Trevor Weldon out of Hilton Head Prep in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
That football he's kicking looks like he's seen better days.
And there's the kick. Going to be fielded at about the 18-yard line.
Nice play right there.
Brought down quickly.
I mean, so far.
That was number 11 on the return.
Is that number 7 or number 3?
It's number 7. No, number 3. You're right. Number 11 on the return, Mike Lucian out of Park Vista in Lake Worth, Florida. Brought down by number 3, Alex Riddle out of Liberty in Easley, South Carolina.
3:09 left, Coach. We'll talk about possible players of the game.
Man, geez.
I can tell you mine. For Team Black, I got number 80.
Brooks Bortle, okay.
I got him.
I can get behind that.
And on defense, I have number
Roper slings it out to the right side. Pass intended for number 23. Philip Grant broken up by number 9, Simeon Askew.
There, I have number 10. That would be
Jude Servius?
Yes.
Yeah, because he made some plays that were difference in the game.
And then I have number 2 on defense for the Team White.
See, I would argue.
That number 9 is?
Yeah.
I think you could give it to both of them. And then I have the quarterback.
Mendoza?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'd go with Marshall for White.
All right. Hello.
Slung out again to the right. Number 23, Philip Grant, broken up by number 2, Wesley Bassnett.
And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 right here with
defensively, there's 3 or 4 guys for the White team I think you could give to.
All their linebackers, 55.
Linebackers, safeties, everybody.
I mean, it's been impressive to watch. Like we
number 55 had a huge game.
Yeah, he and number 2 are leading the team in tackles.
There's a snap. Roper drops, getting pressure, evades it, decides to run.
That was a nice
Gets
job.
what he can get, and he's going to get 15.
Get 15.
Now, again, he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Number 15 didn't destroy him. He did shoulder bump him, though. And we all know how delicate quarterbacks are.
Easy.
Well, but that's life.
2:43 to go.
That's one of those things you got to learn. You got to learn when that guy's standing in the white paint, you cannot hit him.
And that's going to put the ball.
The only way you would have been able to get away with that is if you had run into him and grabbed him to try to hold him up.
That puts the ball at the 41 of Team White, Coach. We're going to have ourselves a finish.
When you put your shoulder down, you can pretty much bet you're going to see a flag come flying in.
In the past we've seen some more stuff.
Unless you're in Eatonton, Georgia, in which case that's not a penalty.
Yeah, or just blocking while the other guy grabs your face mask means that it's holding on you because you shouldn't have let him hold your face mask.
There's a snap.
Trap.
Oh,
inside.
Nicely done. Nice run by Blevins. Play made by number 55, Gerald Hernandez.
Blevins has become the workhorse here, Coach, in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Right. We didn't see a whole lot of him early on.
We had number 2. Number 2's
Barnes.
Mr. Barnes. He's got 12 carries for, 40 yards and a touchdown, and now, you get a little bit of something like this.
There's a snap. Give to Blevins. Nice job. Spins off a tackle.
And it's it's 2:09. The clock stop. It'll move right there.
Play made right there by Shamari Stone. Alex Riddle, and Trent Martin.
14 more and a first down right there. And the clock ticks. We'll be under 2 minutes at the next snap. Question is, do you go for 2?
Do you go for? I mean, you know what I think. I mean, yeah, you go for 2. It's cold outside.
I know what I'm doing too.
Everything's stacked over here. Here comes motion. They nice play by Askew.
Askew
Pass
again.
batted down. That's his second one of the day.
Yes, it is. I mean, Askew is.
So to me, a batted pass is as good as a sack.
It is. Right now, the minute 41, you're sitting at the 21-yard line.
We've been discussing it.
And your clock's running down.
This is one of those where we're going to have to decide at the last second on who the player of the game is, just because there's a whole minute 41 left to be played. It's hard to decide it when the game's still in question.
It's like you said last game. We were trying to determine who the offensive player of the game was, and you were like, I don't know. And then you said after that you could finally make your decision after overtime. Remember?
Yep. Here comes Bortle. Give up the gut. No doing.
So that was
Barnes brought down by number 99.
And that's a loss of.
That's Big
4.
Ty Walker out of Westminster Christian in Miami, Florida.
Mr. Walker has had a heck of a game too. He's got 4 tackles and 3 tackles for a loss, Coach. Yeah, you got.
There's a snap.
Roper
rolled to his left. Now he's coming back to his right. He pulls it down. A little shake and bake right there.
He made it work. I mean, he did get it to the point where he gained 10 right there.
That's right.
He gets it to 4th down and 6, 4th down and 5 right here. So from 3rd and 15 to 4th and 5.
Timeout Black.
You kind of did what you wanted to do right there.
Mr. Roper said, if you smell a delicious treat, it's not your tailpipe. It's a little bit of shake and bake. That just happened.
Oh, my word. Okay. There's been a Talladega Nights sighting or hearing. I don't know what you'd call that. But
this has been a really good game.
It has. This is.
This is really nice when all-star games, because we do a lot of all-star games, and we're lucky, and that the people who organize the games that we have done this year have done a really good job matching up the teams.
There's only been one game,
right?
And they didn't have anything to do with matching up teams. It just was the counties,
right?
I mean, that's just all it was. I just want to let you know, Coach, sitting here looking down on the helmets down there, there's a guy in a black and gold helmet. It's got gold cleats. Pretty sweet. 4th down. Here's the game, Coach.
There's a snap. Roper looks to his left.
Going to the corner.
Lets it fly. He's got Bortle in the corner.
Just overthrew him, man. It was the right call. It was the right call, and
that's going to be it.
That is it.
Black team's going to be able to kneel it down, and that's going to call it a day. Players of the game for the black team. Defense.
Who did I say? 10?
Number 10, Jude Servius out of LaSalle High School in North Miami.
Had a huge game. 5 tackles, 3 passes broken up. I think he even had a forced fumble.
And on offense?
Offense.
Brooks Bortle.
Bortle, yeah.
Brooks Bortle.
3 catches for, what was it, 3 catches?
104.
For 104, yeah, 3 for 104.
Out of Milton High School in Roswell, Georgia. And then for Team White.
And we said that it could have been anybody on defense. I'm almost willing to go with your guy, number 9.
Askew?
Yeah, I'm almost willing to go with Askew.
Simeon Askew out of Houston County. in Warner Robins, Georgia.
No, but it could have been 55 or
Oh,
99.
yeah, 55.
2, 4.
Yeah, that, I mean,
And then
it kind of goes to the white defense almost.
I'm going to take number 1.
Number 1, Avari Marshall out of Goldman in Miami, Florida.
And the big 73-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, that kid's a difference maker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's 20-13 right here with 39 seconds left.
So White,
And
I think I'd go under center for this one.
I have no idea what they're doing.
Oh,
Are you
my
kidding?
word. He barely made it out. He barely made it out. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us for this 2020 Football Hotbed National Sophomore Showcase, hashtag Hotbed World. Stay tuned for the 2020 Football Hotbed National Junior Showcase coming up just after this game.
Timeout is called on the field. Team Black.
And Team Black calls a timeout.
I don't know what I just saw.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would snap the ball like that, but, you know, maybe they were concerned that they didn't have a lot of snaps under center, or, you know, because if you're playing a gun, you probably don't take a lot of under center snaps.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, contrary to popular belief, that is, I mean, yesterday,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers fumbles an under center
Fumbles
snap.
And under the center snap.
I mean,
Probably what was the biggest set of downs in that game, because if they go down and score right there, it's still a game.
right.
You know,
And they were moving the ball.
yeah, they were in the red. They were right there on the edge of the red zone. Now,
So that's my only guess
I don't think anybody has
as
any
to why you would do that.
timeouts left right here, so I'm guessing that this would be lineup, and
Okay, and is he going to have room?
he's going
To kneel down?
He's going to run a quarterback sneak.
Okay. Because he's not going to have room to kneel down. By the time people get pushed backwards, he's going to be taking a safety.
And
He's able to get down.
he took the
And
knee.
that's going to do it. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I'm sorry, we're going to let the clock run. Then we'll be right back with the 2020 Football Hotbed National Junior Showcase. So here in the National Sophomore Showcase, that's going to be it. White team wins 20-13. We'll be right back.